Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so pleased to be back, and I'm going to work on a little something for my, what's it called, Letters to Santa journal. Well, I'm using the Letters to Santa kit from my lovely friend Amy over at Crafty Cat. One of her Christmas designs. There's a couple to choose from, and I thought I'd do a little bit of work on that. So I might as well say before I start, I'm going to do a trifold envelope thingy that loads of people do here, there and everywhere. The first time I ever done one, about a year ago, maybe a bit longer, possibly, it was watching, I think, either Wendy over at Wendy's Journal Adventure, or Gail, probably both of them, if I'm honest. So all I've done to this little one is scored at 1/8 of an inch away from the original fold to create another crease, because just so it will sit nicely when it's got these two folded up inside. So I think that is all I need that for, just for that one. And yeah, just gonna stick them all together and do a bit of decoration. So I'll lick it, and yeah, I probably didn't want to lick that because my licking won't be strong enough, so I'm going to put some glue on. So, is everybody well? I hope you're all doing okay and surviving this terrible, awful cold weather. Oh, it's a nightmare, isn't it, when it gets really, really cold. I love the winter for the reasons of it being the whole festive season that I get really excited about and caught up in, especially like for the kids and that. I also love the crisp air and the nice, like, wintry, like if it snows, how pretty that looks and everything like that. But the freezing cold don't do well with me anymore, because it just hurts. It makes everything if you've got anything that's painful, come the cold weather, it's more painful, isn't it? Right, so I've stuck my envelopes together and they'll sit nicely because I've got that little 1/4 of an inch there. So I'm going to do a bit of decoupage, I think, first. And I've got some tissue paper. I've already prepared the napkins, taken off the back sheets, and I've got some other tissue decoupage paper. So I need my knot podge, yeah, which is just here, and I already grabbed a brush. So the snowman's too big, but these bits are perfect. I'm gonna cut this though first, rather than just start tearing and shredding it. I'll just cut off this white. Actually, there's no need, is there, because I'll just go over the edge a bit. So we'll just grab this bit, tear it off roughly where I want it, and that's going to go there. Hang on, I've got to work out what way up I'm going to be. So we'll do maybe that bit first. Get some on there. I think that'll look quite nice. Hang on, let me grab me thing that I work on so I don't get all gluey. Right, so I've grabbed me glass plate and I want to get some of this on here. Actually, I'm not going to go with those lines because if they're slightly off, they're going to look rubbish. So I'm going to use them on another part because I do like that plaid there. And I'm just going to use a bit of this covering some of the flap. So give it a good old shake. I just topped up, and I also fished out, I think I fished out everything because I had these bits and bobs floating around, green bits of tissue and stuff that I kept seeing but I kept forgetting about. So when I topped up, I managed to fish out, I think I've got it all, but yeah, I managed to fish out the bits and bobs that were floating around. So we'll have a lot of stopping and starting because so I can be drying as I go along and trimming so I know where I'm at and I don't get too floppy with being wet. So yeah, like I said, we'll have a lot of stopping and starting so that yeah, we can just keep it all in one piece so it don't get too wet and start tearing and whatnot. So if you're crafting along with me, grab your bits and bobs and yeah, we'll see how much we get done while we're having that. So I hope you're all doing okay. I do feel a lot better than I did in my last video. Well, by the end of the last video I felt a lot better if you watched, because yeah, I'd been letting my anxiety get on top of me, and that's never good, is it? It's just, it's all rather silly, but yeah, at the time it can feel overwhelming. I'm not knocking anyone who's got anxiety because it's terrible, but yeah, when you're over the panic attacks of that moment and you look back, you think, oh, I was being so silly, you know, but at the time it could be the end of the world and it's really not. So let's see what we're going to grab. Right, I just wanted to grab my file just to get a bit of a smooth edge, and I want to file this lumpy bit on the inside that I didn't really mean to overlap. And yeah, just get it a bit smooth because this is only our base. We're going to be building up as we go along. Right, what do I do with them scissors again? And yeah, these are my old fabric scissors, but they're not sharp enough for fabric anymore, but they are wicked for everything else, even though they're like the big massive pair. Right, we've got that bit there, and let's see, I do like this. I think I'm going to have it down here, and we'll just start working our way up, really. And so yeah, I ain't had no panic attacks today, which is good. But I thought I'll work on my journal, and then I'm gonna, once this journal's finished, I'm gonna go into packing overdrive to start packing up my home, ready to move. Who knows how long that will take, but I thought you can't do anything when you're flitting from one thing to the next, just stressing out. I thought if I get this done, then it's something less to be on my mind in my to-do list, and it'll help me out, won't it? So then I can concentrate fully on the next job. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of stopping and starting, ain't I? Because obviously I don't want you to be deafened by the heat tool, and it's just annoying, isn't it? Keep switching that on, but yeah, it's got to be done, so that's why I'm going to keep switching off until it is done. But it shouldn't take too long. And yeah, I've after I filmed yesterday, and it was all uploading and that, so I couldn't film again because my memory card was in my laptop. I just cracked on and done some more to the journal I'm working on. This, the one I'm doing this for now, the letters to Santa. And yeah, by the time I was going to bed, I felt really good, like, because most of the things that I'd been stressing about had sort of all came into perspective, and it calmed me down. And yeah, so I've got quite a bit of the journal done now. Right, into that bit, so that bit's going to go there. Obviously there'll be more to it. Let's have a look and see what else we've got. Right, I'm wondering what this might look like. I do love the little robins, but we have got a lot to choose from, so I do like this. We'll have a bit of this first. Just want to tear a bit. I'm looking for the end. Where was it? Oh, in the middle. Right. That bit could be on there like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. And we'll just go along. I can always go over bits that I think don't work once they're all dry and that, because oh, I've got some glue on my paper. Right, let me just grab a wet wipe quick. I know a wet wipe on tissue paper isn't good either, but I just want to get the glue off quick. Right, that bit's okay. I'll put it over there to dry. And I had a bit on here. Oh, I'll dry that with the heat tool when I turn it on for this piece. Because it should dry out okay as long as it's not all stuck together. These dried out absolutely perfectly. I didn't even get, like, that was the only bit that tore, and that's because I panicked and moved quickly. Once I'd wiped them with the wet wipe, and I just dried them out, opened them out rather, to dry them quick, because I opened them out, they didn't even stick to themselves. But yeah, so the wet wipe did work. I didn't want all that to be wasted. It's so lovely. Right. I'm just tearing these bits off because I don't want it there. And trim again. Oh, a little bit there. And right, give it a little rub. Trim there. Right, it's a bit messy on here. So, we've got that bit done. And obviously this is just the first bottom layer. And we'll just build up. Don't want too much of all different going on, so let's think where we are. This is pretty. That is really nice. That will be the centre one, so get some glue down on there. And it'll probably overlap a bit. These lovely deer. This is paper that I got last year, I think, from my lovely friend Denise over at Wonderbar Crafts. This tissue, and it is so lovely. Really is pretty. It was, yeah, it weren't in the big bundle that she sent me another time. This was when she sent me a few Christmas bits, and that just before last Christmas. And yeah, she doesn't celebrate Christmas, so it wasn't a Christmas gift. It was Happy Mail that did include some bits from her stash, like old pieces of Christmassy things that she used to use. And so yeah, I was very lucky that she's my friend and sent them to me, because they're just gorgeous. Right, I need a bit more dry on that, sorry. So we've got a poor deer with no head there. So let's try maybe for some more snowflakes without the plaid though. I'm going to try and tear some off. Sorry if I'm just leaving you while I was tearing that off. I need a bigger piece. Yeah, I'm trying to tear it so that I can save the plaid border to use either on this project or on another one. Right, yeah, that's a bit of a better size. Come off there and get that stuck on. Like that ish. Oh, I need to come down a bit and go in a bit. What am I doing? Oh, it's all going to be covered up anyway. Well, a lot of it will, but obviously we want to see some. I just made that bit into a crease, so I've just torn it off so I don't have a great big lump. And we'll come down here with this bit and get that on there. Oops, right. And we could come in there. We'll just come in with this piece, I think. And yeah, let's see, we've got these gold snowflakes, so I might try, no, do I want a robin anywhere? Maybe there. Let's see. Well, I don't want them all. Just one, maybe. There. Oh, concentrating. Oh, that's it. And I also wanted a poinsettia, so I'm thinking maybe this corner. Oh, I've just torn that a bit. That might be alright. And I'll just dry it all off. Right, we've got our base on the outside, so that's our back, and then our deer on the inner bit, our plaids and snowflakes, and I want to get some done on the inside now before I start using anything else. So this is where I normally stick down the pockets. So I might put something in the pockets so that I can jiggle them about and not have them stick down. So I'm just going to grab some scrap. Right, so I'm just going to cut these into 3. That might be a bit too big. Just so I can sort of wiggle it about as I'm going along every so often to make sure that I've not stuck nothing to itself, because I want these pockets to be pockets, not a stuck down mess of nothing. So I might want another little robin on here. I don't think this bit's any good for that part. This bit might be okay down here. Oh yeah, right, like that along that bit. Yep, that's where we'll have that bit. And yeah, see, I've already gone over a little bit with my glue. And yeah, I really don't want to stick it all to itself, which is quite common when you're me. I've just seen in there, in that knot podge, I have got something already. There it comes. Whatever that was, let's get rid of it. Right. I'll put that over here where I'm working, and let's see, this might be nice down on a bottom corner. I'll take a bit more off. A bit more, because that will fit better. Okay, so we'll have that there. Oh, nearly tore it. And here we go. So I'll just dry that off and we'll see how it looks. That's not too bad, and so far we're not stuck. I just need to trim that. And just get that little bit off. Right. And obviously this isn't got to be the finished look on any of it, but we're just building up our base. So I do like these poinsettias. I know sometimes they're a bit of a love 'em or hate 'em, a bit marmitey, ain't they? Some people don't like them. I think the reason why I like using them on Christmas things is because my mum really likes poinsettias. I don't normally have them like in the home, but my mum always does. I don't know. Actually, I'm wondering now whatever happens to them. Like, because she always buys a potted one every Christmas, a poinsettia in a pot growing, and she don't have the same one each year. So where do they go? She ain't got a garden full of poinsettias where she's like sort of taking them out the pot and planting them in her garden. So yeah, that's a big mystery that I'll have to look into. Because I've just thought of that. Where do they go? My mum has a poinsettia in a pot every year, a new one that she buys at the supermarket where they have all the flowers. She always gets one or from down the market, and yeah, where I don't remember her ever replanting any. So that's a little mystery. Right. We could have a little bit. I'm going to cut it though. A little bit of this. In this corner, I need to tear off a bit more. Just that corner. Let's see. We could have more going all the way across. I do need to cut that white off though. That's going along the edge, the border. I don't want that. And that one could go all the way across the top there. Oh, I'm getting stuck up to the eyeballs, look. So yeah, I can't wait to move. I really can't wait, because I just want it over with already. You know, I just want to be packed, moved, unpacked again, and life back to normal. That's all I want. I don't ask for a lot, but yeah, I'm upset that I can't do a December daily this year. It's just not practical, and it's putting myself under pressure that I don't need to be under. But yeah, I really wanted to, so yeah, a little bit disappointed about that. But what can you do when life has got other plans for you? There's not much you can do, is there? Right, I'm going to tear around here and try and get that maybe going along there. And then I better do a bit of drying before... Oh, let's move that up, because I've just gone mad with the glue there. And I want to tear off this white. And I need to tear around here and all, don't I? Right. Just getting that. Going up there. And then I'll dry this off now. Right, so that's dried off. We're getting there. Shouldn't be too much longer now. and then we'll move on to something else, because this must be getting a bit boring watching me doing the same thing. But it takes time, don't it, to create something. You can't just storm through it sometimes, because you need to take your time. Things like this are a bit fiddly, aren't they? But they're worth it in the end, I think. Even when you do get to the point where you look back and a lot of it is covered up, it's just, if you hadn't built a good base, I didn't mean to tear it that way, then it wouldn't work out the way you want it to. So I'm just trying to get rid of more of that white, and we'll put that bit in there. That's a bit too much glue. Take some off. Right. And come round here. I'm going to go in with my scissors though, even though I don't want straight edges. Just trying to get rid of some of this white. I don't want to lose the points of the flower. So that's why I've gone in with my scissors rather than tear, so that I can try and keep these and not be like heavy on the white. Right, let's give it a shake so I'm not sticking the wrong bits, and I'm going to come in there, so this edge has got to be torn, and yeah, that's where we'll go. From under there upwards. Right, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna pull up my bit of card. Yep, we're getting there. Cool. Right, I'll just dry that off. Right, just a couple more bits. I'm going to have this little birdie here. I'm going to take off some of that now it's wet. That's it. And up here I want some of this, so I'm just gonna stick it all on in one hole and then cut it off once it's dry. And that is nearly it for the decoupage. We'll see what it looks like once the final bits are all dry. Oh, right. Right, I'll dry it before I start tearing it, because that's the wrong way to go about it, isn't it? And maybe just a little bit of this over here, tiny bit. And pop that on. I've got another little gap down here that could use a similar piece. Right. Oops. Little candles, that's it. Like that. And get that under there. And yeah, we'll just dry it off. Right, so we're all dry and cut and everything. I think I want a bit of the plaid on here. I don't like that everywhere else has got a couple of different bits and bobs, and this is just one piece, even though I do love the deer. So I'm not gonna cover any up. Well, try not to. No, I'm not, am I? But yeah, I just wanted to add a little bit there of that. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to put these back, and I'm going to grab another one of the small ones with the poinsettia on. Which should be here. Yeah. I just want a little bit more of that, just small, because I don't want to lose the deer because they're gorgeous. So what am I going with? Right, I'll try a bit of this top bit. Right. And we'll just go along the top with the fold. Yeah. And that's it. Okay, so we're all dry. The glue is away. Well, the Mod Podge is away. Not Podge, rather. And I need to get some ink on here. So, I'll use this one because the other one's quite dry. And I just want to get the ink all over that. Get rid of any white. And just getting it looking a bit older. So we just get it all kind of blended in with one another, looking a bit more like nothing standing out. Which is more, it's more, what do you call it, prominent on this side. So we need to just go over it all, and then I'll get a darker ink and do all our edges and whatnot. I'm just using tea dye distress. Oh, I turned the light out. Just using tea dye distress at the minute to get it all a bit more the same. Right. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll get something a bit darker. Vintage photo. Walnut stain. We'll have. I need to just find another little dauber. And yeah, I just want to get darker around our edges. Oh, how annoying is that every single time? I think, oh, there's stuff on this one. I don't want that. I need to get a different one, a clean one. Just grab, have I got any small? Oh, I might be better with one of these. Right, let's see. That's a bit better. And yeah, I'm just going all around, and I'll go along all the joins as well. I need both creases on here and the other crease. And let's see, might be better to just go straight on for the edges, and then I'll just smudge out around the edges after I've got the darkness quite dark all along them edges. That's better. Okay, so oops, let's crack on again. I'll just pull this up so I'm not getting it all over everything. I just wanted rid of any bright white or bright red. We're not doing too bad, but obviously the Mod Podge that's not Mod Podge makes it so that this is now not as porous. Let's see. That's a bit better. Yeah. Oh, I'll leave that in there. Okay, so I like the look of that now. Just go over this side a bit more. What have I done with my sponge? Where's it gone? Oh, it always happens, doesn't it? What a donut. It was right there the whole time. You know why? Because I haven't used one this shape for ages and ages and ages. So I don't like this shape. It's just that I'm out of clean any other shape, so that's what we had to go with. But yeah, it was sitting right there in front of me, but that weren't what I was looking for. I thought I was using a wedge for a minute, for a silly minute. Right, I've got a bit there that's flapping, and oh, okay, so let's see. Right, that's a lot better. Okay, it feels nicer as well. Right, so we're getting there. Let's find the lid. That'll help as well. There it is. And then what are we doing now? Right, so I think I want to get some trims and things on here now. So I know I definitely want to use this little doily because it's so cute. I think I'm going to have that there like that. But I've been looking at, like, I had this fabric and I've just been tearing bits off, like where there's got a bit of bling or something, and I'm literally gonna just stick it so that there's wispy bits and whatnot, little torn fragments, that it'd probably be better to go along the envelope rather than onto the fabric, and then just gently, so it looks like it's literally just fallen there. I like that. And I've got a bit, I've got to remember that's going to be there. I don't want to lose my little deer down the bottom, so this one I think like that. Maybe pull that out a bit more. Yeah, and yeah, that will go there. Yeah, I like that. On the back side, I have got other bits of fabric. I've got loads here, but I'm kind of liking just like the proper grunged up look. I remember what I've got. I've got some of this that I've used to sew my signatures in, and I love that. So I could have a bit maybe there, or up here. I've got a longer piece, nice and frayed. I really do like it. Right, I could have that maybe there, and then maybe something of the bling fabric, just getting a bit of it. I don't want as much as that, I don't think. Yeah, I like those. Right, so I'll have a bit of glue on the bling. Oops. Just a bit around it. Okay. I'm thinking of some trim somewhere. I don't want bit on here because that, I don't want it difficult to fold up. So it's these outer ones really. This is going to go here. I could have a bit. Okay. I just want maybe a bit like this. A bit maybe there. No. Oh, I know what I want. A bit maybe overlapping that. Just really frayed. And there, yes, I like that. Oh, I've got a big I forgot about my glue. I had a big bit starting to dribble out everywhere. Okay, so we'll come round the sides. Right, I've got far too much stuff on me, and I'm going to use a bit of Velcro. In there, and wherever that's going to come down to is where I want my other piece, but I don't want to pull it off too soon. I know that I'll just leave it and stick that at the end, because I know it is very sticky, but I like using a bit of this in there just for reassurance that it's not going to go nowhere, and I've got to wait for the other bits to dry first. So I really would like a bit of trim going over the bottom now, but I'm going to get this stuck on first. And then it will be pretty much done, I think, because it's going to go in a nice big pocket inside the journal, and then have some bits and bobs in the pockets, well, in the envelopes, and that will go like that. I'm liking that. I fancy something along this bottom, but it's got to be at the back. Oh, I'll have a little rummy. Right, so we're nearly at the end of the line now. We've just got a few more bits and bobs to dress it up a bit, and then we'll be all good and good, I reckon. So I want a little bit of bling there. I was thinking of some sort of trim, but then I've decided on this thinner washi. Right, and I'm just sort of tearing the ends. Oh, and I'm getting I'm getting fibres and things all stuck to it, but yeah, it's going in there. So I want a bit of better glue, and then it's all good. And so yeah, not much more to do. That bit there, right. Yeah, I kind of like that. I want a bigger bit on the back here. This green looks nice. A little tear like that. Oh no, it's too small. Right, that bit's gone. That bit's gone. Right. That is what I wanted, like that. So get a little bit of glue there. We're pretty much done. Just these last little bits. I think I want a bit of trim as well on that. Maybe a bit of that. No. A bit of this one that you can see through. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I have that there. Cool. Stick that down. Oh, I've got glue on that bit of velvet. That's it, it's off. I didn't want that. I wanted a bit down the bottom. I think I'll have a bit of proper trim down there. Yeah, I'll just about halfway. Don't want it going all the way across. Yep, that'll be fine. I'll just trim the end off a little bit and we're good there. Right, let's see now. A bit more glue up this end. Okay, so that's that side. That side, I want my finishing little piece. I want one of these little deer, the stag, on the outside, and I add a little bit of no. Oh, but I like that. I could just scrunch a bit of this, maybe. Let's see. Kind of. Like, maybe like that. I'm not sure. Let's see. Take the wires out of this, and it might be a bit better to play with. Perhaps like that. Yep, I like that. Right. Oh, I wonder if I'll just grab my stapler. Where was it? I'm saying that as if I know where it is. I literally had it just before I started filming. There it is. What I thought was I could staple that. If it's done it, yep. And it just, no, I've pulled it apart. It wasn't near enough to the middle. Right, let's try again. And that might be a bit better. Or is it holding it too much? Like that, and he will be there. Yeah, I kind of like, although I wish it wasn't, I don't know what I'm, no, that way, and it could be standing like that. No, I don't like it. Let's take the staple out and see how I had it before. Just maybe like that, I think is better. So let's get the blob off the top of the glue. Maybe that to just hold the ribbon, but in a way that it looks like it's not really being held. Yeah, that's much better. Right, and I'm just going to dirty up my stag a bit so it's not so clean, and then we're all good to go. Let's get him off like that. And he can go there. Perfect. Well, for me, that's how, yep, that is exactly what I wanted. Right, I'm just gonna grab my journaling card. Okay, my lovelies, so we've got our front and our back, our Velcro closure, and that's all the sides. And then we've got a little journaling card. I made these earlier. Got a little one here, one in the middle, and one at the top. So that's it, nice and easy. And look how different the envelopes look now, and they even feel different with all the ink and the layers with the decoupage and everything. So yeah, I'm really pleased how that came out. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of fun today, and I really appreciate every one of you for watching. I will be having a giveaway coming up very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, I'll be back with something else very soon. I love you loads. Bye bye. Bye.